And for us, though, weather is calm and quiet. It will stay calm and quiet for all of Halloween. Over down to the maps. We are at 47 degrees here in Jackson. That is 10 degrees warmer than we were at this time yesterday. It's 38 in Vicksburg, 43 currently in Macomb. Still 50 degrees. Nice and comfortable to start your day in Greenville. But if you have to go to school today on this Halloween, bundle up this morning. Temperatures will remain in the mid-40s heading off to school. But for the afternoon, not too bad. Right on par for late October with highs in the lower 70s.
Okay, Ethan, thank you. This morning we are getting new images of the utter devastation along the East Coast.
Superstorm Sandy devastated parts of 12 states, and this morning the storm's death toll so far at 55. More than 8 million people from Maine to the Carolinas are waking up in the dark. Utility leaders say it could be days before power is restored.
We know Sandy caused at least $20 billion in damages. And remember that crane we showed you yesterday dangling above New York City? It is still there this morning. New York's mayor said last night that crane is stable, but a crew cannot climb to the top to fully secure it until the wind dies down in Manhattan.
And President Obama heads to New Jersey today to tour Sandy's trail of destruction.
Yeah, he will join the state's governor there. 16 WAPT's Hallie Jackson is live in our D.C. newsroom. Good morning, Hallie.
Morning, Megan and Keegan. Yeah, it's one thing for us to look at some of these images on television, online, or in the paper, but the president will see it for himself when he flies to Atlantic City this afternoon. You guys are talking about the devastation we're seeing. Millions of people without power from Massachusetts to Virginia, North Carolina, Tennessee. Folks cleaning up cars, houses after Superstorm Sandy just absolutely demolished the area. In fact, in New Jersey right now, there's even a fire raging on a barrier island. This is new this morning. So we talk about a little bit on the campaign trail as the president heads to Jersey. Politics taking a backseat yesterday. Mitt Romney, instead of holding a campaign rally, had folks there collecting items to send to storm victims. And yesterday here in D.C., the president visited a Red Cross office to send a message promising governors and mayors he will be there to help them cut through red tape as they look for aid from the federal government. For now, we're live in Washington. I'm Hallie Jackson, 16 WAPT News.
Okay, thank you, Hallie. Closer to home, there's some good news this morning for some local soldiers. Andrew?
Yeah, Keegan, they're finally coming home. 26 airmen are expected to return to Flowood later today. They are part of the 172nd Security Forces Squadron. The unit was supposed to come home Monday, but the superstorm trapped them in Maryland. They had to stay in hotels. Their families are very excited and say they can't wait for them to return home.
We marked the days off on the calendar. So when we found out, it was just like the air was just let out of you.
A little disappointed. We're all ready to come home. And when you find something out like that, it kind of just takes the wind out of the sail, I guess you'd say.
The airmen are expected to return home around 2 o'clock this afternoon. Well, this morning, hundreds of workers from Mississippi are on the East Coast providing some assistance. Some emergency management crews headed out yesterday to assist in some of the hardest hit areas. Crews plan to stay for about a week. Hurricane veterans from the Red Cross, Salvation Army, and Entergy are already on the East Coast providing help. Well, today it is back to normal for Wall Street. The New York Stock Exchange will reopen for regular trading. It's been closed for 2 days due to Superstorm Sandy. Leaders said in a statement that its building and trading floor is fully operational and that trading will reopen under normal operating procedures. The last time the market closed for 2 days was in 1888 because of a massive blizzard. For continuing coverage of Superstorm Sandy, log on to our website at WAPT.com. There you'll see the best video and sound from the storm. We also have 2 slideshows of pictures from the devastation. And don't forget our 16 WAPT Hurricane app.
Thanks, Andrew. It is 6:35 now. Crime Stoppers says tips are coming in to solve the murder of a Party City store manager. They started pouring in after we aired this video yesterday of the deadly robbery at the store. A gunman shot and killed the 68-year-old manager, Bobby Adams, Friday night. In the video, we see the gunman step over his body, throw workers 2 book bags, and tell them to fill them up with cash. The shooter sped away in a white Chevy SUV that looks a lot like a Trailblazer. If you have information, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers at 601-355-TIPS.
Jackson police are searching for the person accountable for shooting a man. It happened yesterday in the 300 block of Eastview Street. Investigators say the 24-year-old may have been walking when he was jumped. He was shot once in the leg and then robbed. He is expected, though, to recover, and the shooting has some neighbors on edge.
It's terrible, terrible. This used to be a good neighborhood, but now it's just gone down. I want to move, but I can't. I've been here 35 years. I don't want to, but I'm getting scared, man.
Police say they're not sure yet exactly what the shooter was able to get away with. Well, it's now 6:36 on this Wednesday. Tonight is Halloween, and that means for some kids it'll be filled with candy, thrills, and chills.
Yeah, and the day could be filled with last-minute shopping. 16 WAPT's Tammy Asbick is live at Halloween headquarters. Good morning, Tammy.
Yes, all dressed up and ready for Halloween. And you notice this big hat would be able to keep my head warm because that's the theme of tonight. It's going to be cold. Our meteorologists are saying it could drop to 50 degrees. We're here this morning with John Wood, who's the owner of Halloween headquarters. You said you've seen people already coming in to buy cold weather costumes.
Yes, it's fantastic. Some of our repeat customers are coming in. They're buying the headsets for themselves. They're buying in leggings to keep the children warm. And I think it's going to be a nice, chilly, exciting Halloween this year.
Now, we were talking early yesterday evening, and you said that a lot of people have already bought their costumes, but now they're coming back to buy things underneath their costumes to keep them warm.
Right. I've got clients yesterday that are repeat clients that have come back in. They're buying leggings for their children. They're buying hosiery. They're also buying bodysuits. It's been a great year.
All right. Well, thanks, John. We appreciate it. We're going to be here all morning talking about keeping warm for Halloween. If you notice, I've got some of my warm weather gear here, but I am still intent on wearing that pillowcase, Megan and Keegan.
Yeah, this leads us to our Facebook question of the day. Who will you dress up as for Halloween, or will you do anything at all? Jennifer weighs in this morning. She says, I'm too old to dress up, but my kids love it. Last night, my son went as a soldier. Go ahead and keep on posting your comments on our Facebook page, and we're going to keep reading them throughout the day.
Still to come, a drug smuggler busted at the airport the unusual way police say he tried to hide his stash.
Plus, a robbery suspect is waking up with bruises this morning. How one woman defended herself during an attack. Let's go ahead and take a live look outside using our Capitol Tower sky cam on this Halloween morning. So far, so good. Ethan has your forecast when we return 6:38 on this Wednesday.
This is 16 WAPT News, the one to watch.